agreement on small arms control. The governorship and state houses of assembly election may have been held as planned, but disturbing acts of violence, voter intimidation and suppression during the polls were particularly concerning. Speaking during the bi-weekly press briefing on the operations of the Nigerian troops, the Director, Defense Media Operations, Major General Musa Damadami, confirmed that the troops outsmarted 7 armed thugs attempting to disrupt electoral process on March 18, 2023. This comes as the European Union Election Observation Mission in its second preliminary statement reported some 21 fatalities across the country during the elections.
On 19 March 2023, troops responded to election disruption within Agbakiri community in Huma local government area of Rivers State and made contact with armed thugs and arrested 7 armed thugs. Troops also neutralized 2 of the thugs and recovered 4 AK-47 rifles, 1 FN rifle, 4 AK-47 magazine, 1 pistol loaded with 2 rounds of 7.9mm ammunition, 1 pump action gun, 4 cartridges, 16 rounds of 7.62mm special, and a Hilux vehicle. Despite the deployment, we know that we still have some desperate people who want to constitute nuisance to the process. And we told you that yes, it will happen, but we equally assured you that yes, they will be dealt with decisively. And that is what happened. And that is what happened. And that's why you have seen that people were arrested during the process. Just like any other person, you cannot get it 100%. And we cannot sit down here and beat our chest that yes, 100%, there will be 0 electoral violence. So, but the assurance we gave you people was that yes, as long as there was electoral violence, and to a large extent, unlike in the past where we used to see widespread violence across the length and breadth of the nation, in this case it was not the same thing. All the issues that came up were nipped in the bud at the appropriate time, within the shortest possible time. And that is why it was not widespread in any of the states across the nation of the country. On the second question, what is going to happen to the arrested people? Like I told you, the police is the lead agency. Those who have been arrested have been handed over to the police for prosecution. The police and INEC for prosecution, and that's what is going to happen.
The gubernatorial elections in Lagos have been described as free and credible by a coalition of human rights and civil society groups on Thursday during the presentation of its preliminary reports. The group known as Nigerian Human Rights Community, a coalition of 130 civil society and community-based organizations, say the election was not devoid of hitches, but that overall the result of the election represented the choice of the people in the state. The coalition also commended the political leadership of the state government, saying that its commitment to a free and fair election eliminated acts of violence compared with previous elections in the state when lives were lost.
National Human Rights Community shows Lagos as one of the focal points in the last gubernatorial election. 680 observers were deployed across 20 local government and local council development areas. Our observations take a dialectical overview of the strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats before, during, and after the election. There is no election all over the world that is 100% perfect. Yet, there is no election all over the world that is 100% bad. We shall avoid sweeping statements condemning the election. Total condemnation of the election process and outcome is absolutely wrong and unprofessional. Officials of Independent Electoral Commission deserve commendation for their actions throughout the conduct of the election. The INEC officials arrived early in many of the polling units. There were provisions for bimodal voters accreditation system in all the polling units across the 20 local government areas and 37 local government development areas monitored. The BVAS has led to tremendous improvement in voting culture in Nigeria. It has reduced rigging. It has helped the democratic process to eliminate phantom voters, reduce the voting time per individual, and eliminated the prospect of double voting.
As part of efforts to strengthen the fight against the use and sale of illicit drugs and to protect officers of the NDLEA against attacks, the federal government has approved a sum of 4 billion naira for the construction of barracks for personnel of the agency. Speaking with journalists at the end of the FEC meeting, Abubakar Malami, Attorney General of the Federation, said the NDLEA has made about 18,940 arrests and confiscated drugs with the estimated value of over 40 billion naira. He said that these successes have made them prime targets for threats and attacks by criminals. Our correspondent Simisola Adigun tells us more in this next report.
At Wednesday's Federal Executive Council meeting, 2 memos were approved for the award of contract for the construction of barracks accommodation for personnel of the National Drug Law Enforcement Agency. At the briefing, the Attorney General of the Federation, Abubakar Malami, explained that the barracks was approved to protect officers of the NDLEA who are often targeted by criminals.
About 2,904 convictions were recorded. These successes that were recorded, unfortunately, translated to unprecedented threats and attacks on personnel, officers, men, and other ranks of the agency. And then the need has arisen for the federal government to consider the possibility of taking security measures that will now provide the desired protection to the officers and men of the agency.
On his part, the Minister of Agriculture and Rural Development, Mohammed Abubakar, says Nigeria is expecting no less than 25,000 metric tons of wheat from war-torn Ukraine.
Ukraine is sending in grains to Nigeria and wants to open a hub. This is probably still news, just to buttress what you are talking about. Russia is extending the same hand. Now, incidentally, Nigeria has always maintained this kind of neutrality, if you will. We are free to trade, to deal, and work with countries across the sphere.
Also speaking at the meeting, the Minister of Transportation, Muazu Sambo, explained that more than 510 million naira was also approved for the building and supply of customized fire service search and rescue vans. Sambo said the vans will be used to rescue accident victims from various ports across the country.
Provide for the award of contract for the construction and supply of 4 customized fire service search and rescue vans for extrication of accident victims for Rivers Ports, Port Harcourt, Lagos Port Complex, Tinkan Island Port, and the Marina Headquarters, all in Lagos. Council considered the memorandum and approved the award of the contract as recommended and reviewed by the Bureau of Public Procurement, 510,934,600 naira.
Sambo further added that the council has also authorized $9 billion for the procurement of rolling stock operation and maintenance equipment for the Kano-Maradi Standard Gauge Rail Line, which is currently under construction. Simisola Adigun, TV360, Abuja.
The West African Examinations Council, WAEC Nigeria, has again leveraged on technology, detailed data analysis and information research to introduce an educational statistical platform designed to ease access to quality data and insights in the educational sector. The head WAEC National Office, Patrick Aragon, at the official introduction of the WAEC Educational Statistics Platform, EduStart, said the platform was done to take the edge off the manual omnichannel access to data by stakeholders, improve the quality of service delivery, as well as generate more revenue for the council.
The core benefit of EduStart by Y platform is access to a comprehensive interactive web report. Also, the platform offers detailed and smart statistical insights into the education and assessment dynamics, using historical and current data to provide detailed intelligence for stakeholders across the globe in a smart and easily accessible manner. One of the key features of this platform is its ability to analyze data in real time. This means that educators can get immediate feedback on how their students are performing, enabling them to adjust their teaching strategies as needed. Additionally, the platform is designed to be user-friendly and customizable, allowing educators to tailor it to their specific needs and preferences.
We'll take a break now and be back with more updates, so stay with us.
Opinions are free, facts are sacred, but truth is universal.
How, in practical terms, can we, for instance, de-escalate the tension?
President must see himself as the President of the Federal Republic.
We know where the enemy is. 3 places. The Lake Chad Basin, the border area between Nigeria and Cameroon, and then the Sambisa Forest.
On TV360, we give you a complete dose of everything. Opinion, facts, and undiluted truth.
I hardly believe what politicians are saying in this part of the world.
A new Nigeria is possible, a future is possible.
We delve into the issues, dissect it so that you can understand it, use it to take action.
I don't think there's any need for any governor to look for grant for ranching.
TV360, dissecting the issues.
Corruption not in my country.
Hello? Yeah, I found your wallet in front of a supermarket. Meet me at Apple Junction. Yes, I'll be waiting for you.
Now we find out. 2 of us.
Thank you very much, officer. You know, it's surprising that men like you still exist in the police force.
Yes, so...
Oh, yes.
This is just a token of my appreciation.
Oh, no. You don't need to do this. We're only doing our job.
Thank you very much. God bless you. Now I know police is really my friend.
Yes.
Friend. Hey. Which came up with this one? I don't understand.
You know your problem. You are greedy. I'm a policeman who is doing his job. All forms of corruption in the force. Not in my country.
Corruption not in my country.
Welcome back. In case you missed any of the news bulletin or for more updates, you can catch us on Limexport TV or log on to our website on www.tv360nigeria.com. You can also follow us on our social media platforms on Twitter, Instagram and YouTube at TV360 Nigeria. On Facebook, we're at TV360 Online. And now to COVID-19 updates. Moderna CEO Stefan Bassel has defended the company's plans to raise the price of its COVID-19 vaccine at a Senate hearing, saying the move was necessary because its government funding will soon end. Speaking to members of the Senate Committee on Health, Education, Labour and Pensions at the hearing, Bassel said until now the U.S. government has purchased and distributed the vaccine, but Moderna, as a small company, must ensure that anyone who wants a vaccine can get one done at a location convenient to them, hence the need to raise the price. The company has said it plans to increase the cost of the vaccine to consumers to $130 a dose from the current price of about $26. And in China, nearly 4 months after the country abruptly scrapped its tough zero-COVID policies following rare mass protests, authorities are yet to dismantle sprawling quarantine facilities designed for isolating hundreds of thousands of people. Mass quarantine facilities in 3 Chinese provinces appear fully intact with no visible changes to their structure, raising questions about the Chinese government's post-pandemic plans for the now-defunct structures. China's quarantine facilities, which were previously used to isolate and at times treat positive COVID-19 cases and close contacts, became a symbol of the human cost of Beijing's zero-COVID policy, which was dropped in December amid mounting public frustration with the draconian measures. We'll take a short break and return with business, international and sport updates. Don't go away.
Corruption not in my country.
Hello, Alhaji. Right now I'm in Abuja. No. Hello, Adamu. Right now I'm in Kano. Yes. When I get back, I'll just call you. Look, what is wrong with you? I'm talking on the phone and you are gesticulating and doing. What's wrong with you?
Daddy, where exactly are we as we speak?
Are you alright? This is Lagos.
Well, you just lied to someone that we are in Abuja.
Keep quiet. Who told you you can tell an elderly person is lying?
Daddy,